Would you call this a collective leave it all on the ice game tonight?
Oh, for sure. It has to be. That's got to be the identity of our team. We know we're not going to go out there and bulldoze our way through because we've got the high-end power like they do. We know that, but we approach our games as one day at a time with the possibility of growing every day, and we came in here wanting to grow, and we did. As a matter of fact, when you look at the first period, tons of turnovers, a bit of panic there, and then we took care of that in the second period. We were much better at it, and going into the third period, we wanted to make sure that compared to the last game where the opponent scored at the end, we wanted to make sure we were aggressive at the end. We weren't being passive, and we weren't holding back anything. The boys gave everything they had, and what a shift. I think you look at Stoner on that last shift. I mean, that represented exactly the type of attitude and work ethic and discipline and relentlessness that we're looking for. And yeah, that was great leadership on his part, but it was so many guys today that really had an impact on the game, and it's nice to see. The attitude's terrific, and we want to celebrate every win. I think last year we took that for granted, and granted now I feel this year the enthusiasm's terrific, and we want to keep that. Sometimes you have difficult wins, but they're wins, and we want to celebrate them.
3 goals from your defense here tonight, obviously fitting in with the way you want them to play.
Yeah, no, we know that we have the young defense to be jumping into the play, and we know that we have to, over time, figure out a way to balance, that offense with being able to defend, and that we know that the only way to get our young guys to defend well is over time with experience. But we know one thing, that offensively they're really good with the puck, and we know that, and we've got some guys in the American League down there that with the puck are going to be high-end guys too. So in that regard, we know where we're going. It's in that, like I've said, we got to buy time in a short period of time right now for those guys to defend against the top players from the opponent, and a day like today, in a tough barn to play in, and the powerhouse team at all levels coming at you. I think the young guys did a great job, and I think that the older guys did a terrific job of anchoring them. So it was good. It was good.
What was the bench like early in the second period when they scored 2 quick ones?
Very calm. And we've talked about that many times, that we don't want to get riled up. There's going to be emotional moments, but we definitely want our emotion to be under control. And anything that we don't control, it's got to be taken out of the equation real quick. And I thought our guys were super at that, and it helped us bounce back. And our guys did. It's not just character; it's control your emotions at the right time. And it was really nice to see. We've had some really good additions. Like a guy like Tierney is very smart, very poised, very calm, always does the right things, and that has an effect. A guy like Payarvi, those guys have big effects on the emotional level of our team, especially when we're under siege. And a guy like Tierney has lived quite a few playoffs, and you can see that he has. So it's great. It really is. And you look at Mello tonight, DeMello, we call him Mello. DeMello is +4. We tried that pair with Shabbat. I guess we're going to keep it.
Let's see if I can delve into maybe something team personal. What's the significance of the red hard hat that was worn by Thomas tonight?
Well, we talked about transitioning together this year, whether it's on the ice or off ice, and when things when there's adversity, we want to attack that adversity with being quick on it. That's our theme this year. And when you look at what happened with the tornado back home, and the people that were right away mobilized, from another country and from all around Ottawa to go and help, I think the Hydro people are the first guys there that are, that we can recognize their work, and whether it's the Ottawa, the Gatineau, everybody around put so much hard work and courage into that we wanted to recognize that by having their actual suits and the hard hat. And so so I think it's a great gesture on everybody's part to recognize that, and I think tonight was a great win. It's a great moment to have that first hat.
With the makeup of your blue line as it is now, do you feel like Shabbat has to be protected at all, or do you just kind of let him go?
No, we like I've said all along since the beginning, the Shabots and the Lajoies and those guys are young guys, and right now we know they're being asked to take a lot more than normally you'd want them to take, but you shelter them as much as you want, but at the same time, it's you want to get them out there and learn, and that's exactly what happened tonight. If you look at our last game, we were able to match because we were home. And today we knew we weren't going to be able to match, and we try to make pairs that would complement each other. And we thought that DeMello has been really good since he's been with us. He's been so smart, does all the simple things. He's got a really good calming influence, and we thought that could be maybe a good pair. And when you look at the game today, they were +4 in a very difficult setting. That's really good, and that's what we're looking for. We also need CC, who has to be an anchor for us, and he's been. And when you put Lajoie with them, that also translated to something solid. And Borowiecki and Weidman were really good for us together last year before both of them got hurt at the beginning of the year. So we just went back to that. So in the end, mixing up stuff turned out good for us, but the mentality behind is exactly that, to be able to shelter our young guys a bit and help them with their growth as much as we can.
What do you see as Thomas Chabot's ceiling as a defenseman in the NHL?
Well, you saw the offense. Ceiling's high. Ceiling's real high. And defensively, I think he's going to become just as good over time. He's got the mobility, he's got a terrific stick, and it's just experience now. That's all it's going to be, and I have so much faith in him and his abilities on both sides of the ice, and I think that's what you saw tonight. That's why they were +4. They scored, but they did more than that. They defended well, and I thought that was his best game I've seen him play since he's been with us, because it was a total two-way game, and that's what it's going to be in the future for sure. Until now, guys are young, and sometimes it's going to be more difficult than others, but that's just a flash, I think. You're going to see an outstanding defenseman grow real fast.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.